Hello all, we are presenting a case study on Nike by group members Bhumija Soni, Likhit Bihani, Rajandeep Singh, myself Rajesh Sangwan, Samar Sala, Uthaya Rajan and Yashasvi. Here it is overview of our presentation. First, history, market and product. Second, demand of product. Third, cost structure. Fourth, cost of product. Fifth, market equilibrium. Sixth, market structure. Here it's the history of Nike. Founded as a Blue Ribbon Sports by Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman in 1964. It introduced the groundbreaking waffle trainer in 1971, revolutionizing athletic shoe design. It launched its footwear lineup after a partnership with Onitsuka Tiger ended in 1972. The iconic shoes logo, designed by Carlin Davidson, became synchronous with Nike's identity, which we have shown top of the slide. Here comes the products of Nike like Nike jerseys, NBA players wearing Lakers jerseys, Air Jordans, Nike cleats, Nike running shoes, and Nike base layers. Nike acquired sports brands like Colhan, Boxer, Hurley, Converse, and Umbro, and acquired various data analytic companies like Zodiac, Select, RF, FTK, and Datalog. Nike's brand value reached $32 million in 2020, establishing it as most valuable sports brand. Fiscal year 2022 revenue exceeded $46 billion, showcasing Nike's unparalleled success in the industry. It sponsored high-profile athletes and sports teams, solidifying its global influence. Demand for company's product and factors affecting it. Average income of customers, demographic factors, taste and preference of customers, advertising, substitutes, complements, and the elasticity of demand. Now,
Average income of consumers. Nike's target audience are people with higher incomes. Higher average income levels in a market leads to increase in demand for Nike products, especially high-end sneakers. An increase in consumer income is likely to result in an increase in demand for its products as people are able to afford them. Demographic factors. Nike demographics include a wide range of users, roughly aged between 15 to 55. Nike taps middle-aged consumers who have disposable income, develops its relationship with younger audience to ensure future growth. Nike does not target consumer based on race, ethnicity, religion. However, given the high price of the company's products, it does use income and education as targeting variables. Tastes and preferences of customers. Evolving lifestyle focuses on health and fitness. Boosting interest in sports and physical activities leads to increase in demand for athletic footwear and apparel. Advertising. Just Do It campaign fostered strong brand loyalty among customers. In financial year 2021, Nike spent $3.11 billion on advertisement, achieving a ratio of 0.069 relative to its 44.53 billion global revenue. Substitutes for Nike are Adidas, Puma, New Balance, Reebok, Under Armour. Nike, being an already established brand with strong research and development capabilities, does not give opportunities for a substitute to take over its place. But one thing that causes a problem to Nike is its rising number of counterfeit products resembling its products. Since the functionality offered by the counterfeit products has also been improving recently, there is an emerging threat to the company's sales. Nevertheless, the threat of substitute is a weak force when it comes to Nike. Complements. Complementary goods are athletic wear like joggers, socks, sports field, etc. If renting a football is expensive in an economy, then the demand for football shoe would decrease. Elasticity. Demand elasticity for Nike products is highly elastic when it's premium in the marketplace. Level of income and the presence of substitutes products in the business environment could also affect price elasticity of Nike products. In regards to Nike footwear, such as Jordans and Air Max, would consider an inelastic product.
Analyze the cost structure involved at manufacturing at Nike. So in this diagram, we can see that for the financial autonomy of $100 Nike shoes, the profit that Nike gets over the $100 shoes is just $5. $50 goes to the retailer margin, and a lot of the rest part goes to the cost of manufacturing. The cost associated with production can be classified into two parts, which is the fixed cost and the variable cost. The fixed costs are expenses that do not vary with changes in production or sales level. These are the costs which the firm incurs even if they don't produce anything. Then there are variable costs. These are the expenses that fluctuate with indirect proportion to shifts in the production or sales volume. Expenses such as direct labor, raw material, production supplies are examples of variable costs. So let us analyze the fixed costs involved in production in Nike. The first and foremost is salaries and benefits. Nike has a large workforce that consists of production managers, quality control professionals, factory workers, and administrative staff. Since personals are paid consistently regardless of production volume, their salaries are usually fixed expenditures. In some circumstances, Nike may also have long-term employment agreement with some of the important employees, which means that their salary is a set expense. Nike has set expenses for things like health insurance, retirement programs, and other benefits uh, that it offers to its employees in addition to the salary. These advantages are usually contractual in nature and are stable in the foreseeable future. Next, we have research and development. Nike makes investments in study and creation of cutting edge technologies, materials, and shoe design. Because they cover the wages and other costs of staffing product development teams, and some R&D expenses are fixed. The salaries of researchers, engineers, and designers may be included in these fixed costs. Nike is always looking to streamline its manufacturing procedures in order to cut down on waste and increase productivity. This category of fixed costs may also include cost of developing, testing, and researching new production methods. Then we have taxes and regulatory compliances. Nike leases or owns a number of properties, including offices and manufacturing plants. Local government property taxes are fixed expense attached to these properties. Nike spends some fixed expenses associated with environmental compliance, such as making sure manufacturing abides by environmental norms and regulations given their dedication to sustainability. This covers costs for things like emission control and wastewater treatment. We also have factory rent or leases. Nike rents out production spaces and machineries either directly or via third parties. These properties and equipments have a fixed expense associated with their rental allowances or leases. Usually, these contracts are long term or have set rental prices for a predetermined time frame. The last one and the major fixed cost is depreciation. Depreciation is the process of spreading out the costs of capital assets over a projected period of time, such as industrial machines, buildings, or equipment. Over time, the value of these assets on the balance sheet of the corporation decreases due to the fixed cost of depreciation. This fixed cost would be determined by the firm and it is recorded in its financial statements.
Now we would like to explain the variable costs. First is the inventory and warehousing cost. Inventory costs refer to the expenses related to storing and managing Nike products. Warehousing costs include expenses associated with renting or managing storing facilities. These costs directly impact Nike's cost structure. They are variable because they depend on the volume of products held in the inventory. Nike must balance the cost of holding inventory with the benefits of having products readily available for the customers. Now moving on to the next, third party royalties. These are the fees paid to the individuals or organizations for the use of their intellectual property, such as licensing sports team logos for Nike apparel. These costs are also variable and depend on the level of collaboration with third parties. Nike must evaluate the cost of these royalties against the additional revenue generated by associating with popular brands or logos. Next is foreign currency hedge gains and losses. These are gains or losses incurred due to the fluctuations in the foreign currency exchange rates with Nike engages in international trade. These costs represent a significant variable risk for Nike. Exchange rate movements can impact the cost of raw material and the prices of Nike products in different markets. Nike's management must consider the trade-offs between the benefits of global expansion and the risk associated with the currency fluctuations when making pricing and production decisions. Next is the research, design, and development cost. These costs include expenses associated with designing and developing new products and technologies, such as sneakers and sportswear. These costs are crucial for innovation and product differentiation. Nike's ability to create cutting edge products influences its market position and pricing power. Further, the final one is outbound shipping and handling costs. These costs include expenses related to shipping Nike's products to retailers and customers, as well as handling and packaging costs. These costs can vary based on the volume of products shipped and the shipping distances. Efficient logistics and cost effective shipping strategies can influence the final cost of Nike products to the customers. These costs are integral to pricing decisions as they can affect competitiveness and the consumer demand. This is as much the most of the variable cost
Of the firm and its production.
The costs of a firm have a significant impact on its production decisions and ultimately play a crucial role in determining the firm's profitability, competitiveness, and long-term viability. Nike is one of the world's largest athletic footwear manufacturers, and its production costs are influenced by a range of factors which are as follows. Labor costs. Labor is the major cost component in Nike's production. The company outsources the majority of its manufacturing to countries with lower labor costs, especially Asia. This keeps the production cost down. Labor costs can be affected by wage increases and change in labor laws in the manufacturing countries. Raw material costs. Nike relies on various raw materials such as leather, rubber, synthetic fibers, and foam for its footwear. The costs of these materials can fluctuate due to factors like commodity price changes, supply chain disruptions, and shifts in demand. Proper management of this fluctuation helps to maintain stable production costs. Transportation and logistics cost. Nike's production process involves the transportation of raw materials and finished products across the globe. Fuel process, fuel prices, shipping costs, and other logistic expenses impact the overall cost of production. Currency exchange rates can also influence transportation costs as it has global supply chain. Research and development costs. Nike invests significantly in R&D to develop innovative products. These costs are incurred during the design, prototyping, and test stages. R&D costs can affect the pricing of their products. Marketing and branding costs. Nike spends a substantial amount on marketing and brand promotion. While not directly tied to production, these costs are essential for creating demand and maintaining market share. They indirectly impact production costs because the company must achieve a certain level of sales to sustain its production scale and efficiency. The costs associated with Nike's production are influenced by complex interdependence of factors. The company's ability to manage these costs effectively is crucial for maintaining its competitive position in the athletic footwear industry and ensuring both cost efficiency and product quality.
Now I'm going to talk about Nike's market analysis and pricing strategies. So Nike operates in the realm of monopolistic competition, which is characterized by a large number of sellers offering differentiated products. So Nike's product differentiation strategy involves creating unique designs, using advanced technologies, and collaborating with athletes and celebrities to enhance its brand image. To maintain a competitive edge, Nike carefully manages its pricing strategies by analyzing consumer preferences and market trends. The company sets prices that align with the perceived value of its products. Understanding demand curves and equilibrium helps Nike optimize its pricing decisions and achieve a balance between maximizing sales and profit. The market demand for any given product or service of a company is a complex notion. It is not merely the number of products or services purchased over a certain period of time, but rather it is a combination of factors and results of commercial activities used to assess the company's development and purpose recommendations for future actions. An increase in profit is also explained by rising demand. So the supply of the company is estimated to be sufficient for the existing level of demand. Hence, the market for the firm's products or services is in equilibrium. A key idea for Nike's pricing strategies is price elasticity of demand. PED, which tracks how the amount that people want to buy changes when the price changes. Those who have an attachment to the Nike brand and have a good reputation for quality are less sensitive to price adjustments. So we can say that Nike products tend to have an inelastic demand. Therefore, the prices will rise or decrease according to an understanding of how elastic its goods are, which helps Nike figure out the most profitable prices for its products. As you can see in the next slide, this is a graph showing how the prices for Nike shoes changed over the years.
Is the market structure that the firm Nike faces. So Nike operates in a market characterized by monopolistic competition. It is also evident from the fact that Nike competes in a fiercely competitive industry where several companies provide athletic and casual footwear worldwide. This also indicates the presence of many firms in the market. Some of the major firms are like Adidas, Puma, Skechers, and New Balance. Nike also faces stiff competition across all aspects of the business, which includes product offerings and technology. So Nike's ability to create innovative products and to maintain a strong brand identity demonstrates the product differentiation which it creates. This also allows Nike to have some control over its pricing and to compete in a monopolistic competitive market. Coming to the celebrity endorsements, they also play a significant role. Companies like Adidas sponsor major events and have endorsements deals with high profile celebrities, which creates a competitive pressure for Nike. Now coming to the consumer access, consumers have access to various stores and online options for cheaper alternatives. It is also the challenge which is faced by Nike. Here the location of stores is also a critical factor in the industries, as the companies strive to find location that generate the most sales and revenue. This competition also extends to both physical stores and online platforms. In the sportswear industry, it has relatively low barriers to enter compared to, say, the airline and automobile manufacturing industries. This is more in line with the monopolistic competition, where new firms can enter the market without significant obstacles. This aligns with the characteristics of monopoly competition, where firms differentiate their products to gain a competitive edge. Despite this, Nike has managed to maintain its position as a leading brand. Nike's financials indicate that its revenue for fiscal year 2022 was 42.65 billion euros, which showcases a significant market presence.